Good morning, all of you. Okay, let's look at this file, sir. So this is what yesterday I gave you assignment. Totally, there first line is header. There are 5 fields and some 11 rows. So from this file, yesterday task was what? How many males? How many females? Okay. Same thing. Previously, same work we did with the dictionary help. Same process, but our required data is in a file. And not only that one, like we have different types of grouping aggregations. Grouping by single column, grouping by multiple columns, single aggregation, multiple aggregations. Those operations we will perform. Okay. So already you have taken this file sample format. First I am opening the file. This is file path. I did not say any opening mode, so that read only. First I am going to perform single grouping, single aggregation. I'm going to separate that header line. Now record pointer is on second. Second onwards, all the remaining things are data lines. Read lines. Result one as empty dictionary. For line in data. Data has 11 elements. 11 times the loop will be running. I want to split the line. Already in the last class, I explained you the split functionality and strip functionality. So some equivalent SQL query I am writing here. What is triple quotes? Multi-line comment. First, I want to perform single grouping. With single aggregation. The example equivalent SQL query here. If we treat EMP as the RDBMS table, from table EMP, group by sex. So for this equivalent program, I want to write. So to answer above query, you need 2 fields, sex and salary. First, you observe this one. What is each element? What is the position of sex and what is the position of salary? Just observe. Sex is in 4th position, salary 3rd position. That means index numbers 2, 3. Okay. Separating sex, W of -2. Last second one. Salary. W of 2, which is third one. But each element is a string. Convert into int or float. Because we need to perform some computation on this salary. Now required two fields is separated. So if I want to keep them into dictionary, here sex should be key, salary should be value. So based on what you will decide is by which column you are grouping, that should be key. On which column you are applying aggregation, that should be value. First I am checking if that particular key available in the dictionary or not. Equal to no. If this condition is true, the key is not available. Then I am inserting a fresh pair. Sex equals to salary. Suppose given condition false. False means what? Key is already existed. If you say only this one existed value, it will take. For that value, you are adding salary. After completion of your for loop, male total salary, female total salary will be ready. Up to now, I am checking. Just print it. Print result 1. Look at this salary output. Male 4,90,000, female 3,63,000, like this. It doesn't matter how many rows are there. Similarly, one more program. Still single grouping or multi grouping. With single aggregation. Okay. The equivalent SQL query. Select a department number, comma sex. Same sum I am taking. From table EMP. Group by department number, comma sex. Now grouping by how many columns? Multiple. Already I told you the technique, how to perform this. You cannot keep multiple entities as key. Keep multiple entities as one tuple. Now that is a single object. Keep the tuple object as a key. This technique we need to follow. Same piece of code I am copying. And try to understand what will be the modification here. Let's say the dictionary name result 2. So additionally, you need to separate department number also. W of -1, which is the last one, department number. I'm taking one key, which is my key. My key should be a tuple, department number as a primary, sex as secondary. And here, I'm verifying this particular my key, which is a tuple, available in the dictionary or not. If not available, you are inserting. If available, you are adding value. You are printing that. Let's print it line by line. K comma V. Okay. In list of zip off. What is the technique? How to take all the keys? Not my key. Result 2. Your dictionary is result 2. Dot keys, comma, dot values. Okay. Print department K of 0. K is a tuple. First one is department number. K of 1. Total salary. Salary is in V. The total salary. Just check it now. Correct? 11 male total salary. 1 lakh. 12 female. Again 12 male the last. Like that. On that way, for each department of its subgroup, sex, you will get aggregations. Understand this one? So look at this dictionary. Within the dictionary, the key is a tuple. Value is your total salary. This is multi-grouping. But still aggregation, number of aggregations, 1 only. Got it? Now I'm changing the query. This time I want single grouping with multiple aggregations. The equivalent select query. This time I am using department number. Sum of salary. Count of star. That means number of rows. Average. Maximum. Minimum. From your table, group by department number. Now this moment number of aggregations more than 1. But still grouping by single column only. For this the equivalent code I am writing. Result 3 this time I am taking. We want only department number, no need of sex. Just in the place of my key, you can keep only department number. Or else remove this entire thing. Here my key is only department number value. W of -1 means that is the department number value, which is the last one. My dictionary object here, result 3. Result 3. Result 3. But still with this code, you will get only single aggregation, which is sum. For this, if the key is not available, I'm inserting a pair. In that pair, the value is a list. If key already existed, I'm appending the salary to that list. Dot append. So after completion of this loop, what is the thing? Department 11, all department 11 salaries has one list. 12 salaries has one list. Okay. So for this, up to now, you just check. You can understand. This is the data. In 11, there are 2 salaries. 12, 5 salaries. 13, 3, 14, 1. Once you have list of salaries, you can perform different aggregations. For that, we are taking one more loop. Final result. Again, I am taking it as a dictionary. For K, comma V. In same technique, list of, zip of, first you take only keys. Result 3 dot keys. Only values. Result 3 dot values. Already you know the zip functionality. What zip is doing, sir, here? Corresponding elements mapping, first to first, second to second, like that. The list function is converting it into list of tuples. What is K value here? 11, 12, 13 department numbers. V value is what? V is a list. Value is a list, right? Okay. Now you want total. Sum of V. You want count. Len of V. Average. Total by count. Maximum. Max of V. Minimum. Min of V. All my required aggregations are ready. I'm keeping into one result object as a tuple because I can't keep multiple entities as value. Only single object as value, single object as key. That's why keeping as a tuple. Here the tuple contains total, count, average, max, minimum. Already your key, which is department number, that is available in K. Now check it now. Fin result of K. Think that in the first iteration K value is 11. Now 11 as key. Its value is a tuple. The tuple is R. R contains all 5 aggregations. Understand this point. So finally I am printing them for K comma V in list of, zip of, fin result dot keys of, comma, fin result dot values of. Print K comma V. Just check this output. $11 total salary. Number of employees in 12. Average, maximum, minimum. For each department, all aggregations you got it. Got it. This time little extension. Observe this code now. This time I want multi-grouping. Grouping by multiple columns. Department number, comma, sex. Taking the object as dictionary object as result 4. Here my key means what? Department number, comma, sex value. W of -1 is department number, -2 is sex value, last second one. Here remaining same, just I'm changing the object name. Result 4, result 4, result 4. So what you will get up to now? Up to now, just check the output. Both key and values are tuples here. Sorry, key is a tuple, value is a list. Hmm. Up to now, just check it. What is key? Tuple. Value, list. Now remaining program as usual. Let's say fin result, final result. The last I'm adding final result. No need of any other changes. Here K is a tuple, V is a tuple of all aggregate. Sorry, is a list. For that list you applied all aggregations. Again, all these aggregations as a tuple you kept into R. That R you are writing as value. So here check it now. F result, F result. Check this execution. Look at first row of output. 11 males. For 11 males, all aggregations. Again, 12 female, 13 male, 13 female, 14 female, 12 male. Understand? Key is a tuple, value is a tuple. Now, whatever the results you are seeing, I want these results into one separate output file. This time you are going to learn how to write your results into a file. The in file I am expecting the first line as a header. The header should be department number, sex, total, count, average, max, minimum. Okay. All of you be alert. I'm going to open a file. Whenever you want to work with a file, you have to open that file. Open off my file path D colon my stuff. Okay. Aggregation results or reports .txt. If I close it, the file opening mode is R, read only. But this time I want to write into this file. That too, this is a new file, just a W. If file existed, previous content will be overridden. If file not existed, a new file will be created. Understand this one? That is what W mode. W mode means write. Suppose if I say A means append. Suppose think that the given file is already there. Already 20 records are there. Now these new records will be appended. If you want to edit the file content, W plus. Edit or remove. Rewriting activity, read and write activity. At the time, W plus you have to say. Okay. I want to write one header line. H line I am saying. The header I am giving like this. The first department number. This is CSV structure. Within the CSV, the headers will be like this. Next, sex, and next, total. Finally, count, average, max, minimum. After completion of this, I want to come to next line. Otherwise, after writing this, next line will be continued in the same line. That's why backslash. This line I want to write. To read your data previously applied, file object dot read line or read lines. Now write is the function. Your file object is out dot write. What you want to write? H line I want to write. So immediately one line will be recorded. Of course, after line, in the end, backslash n is there, you will come to the next line. From here onwards, I'm going to perform loop. Where are your results, sir? Your results are in F result. I'm keeping the same for loop. Okay. What is K? Tuple. What is V? Tuple. Tuple beta. Already that story over. V is a list in result 4, not in F result. In F result, what is the value? Value is R. What is R? Is a tuple. What is K? Tuple. The key is a tuple which has 2 elements. V is a tuple which has 5 elements. Understand? Okay. Now, in the results, between each file, between each field, I want comma delimit. Suppose 1000 plus comma plus male I am giving. This will not be concatenated. Two strings, if you want to concatenate, plus is the operator. But here it won't be concatenated because the 1000 is a number. That's why if I say like this, str of 1000, you are converting that string into int into string. Now we can concatenate. Understanding this point? In this way, if I have 200 fields plus comma plus each and every field, specifying is very tough. That's why one simple technique I will show you. Observe this. Ravi is one string value. One sample list I am taking. Ravi, Rani, Venu, Veni. Think that these are the 4 elements which are in list. I want to concatenate all list elements. I want to concatenate all list elements as a single string. Observe this. What technique I am applying? A simple technique here. I want a star as delimiter between each name, between each element. I want star as delimiter. Dot join of that X. Now check it. It returns a single string. Observe the output, all of you. Between each element, star is placed or not. This technique I am going to apply now. First, separate your required entities. Department number K of 0. Sex value K of 1. Because the key is a tuple which has a department and sex. Next, total V of 0. But total value is a number. If it is number, you cannot concatenate. Within list, all element data type should be same, sir. Department number and sex value we kept as string data types. But remaining total count and all these things, numbers. Convert them into strings. How to convert? str of count, str of v of 1, average, str of v of 2, max, str of v of -2, which is last second one, minimum, str of v of -1, which is last one. Now here everything is a string. I want to concatenate all these things as single line. Understand? Single string. Now the new line equals to what delimiter I am expecting between each field, comma, dot join. Join of list of, give the list. Or else prepare the list like this. A for aggregations. The A is here, is a list of department number, sex, total, count, average, max, minimum. Understanding this? Now new line is constructed. Within this new line, I want to write it right. Each line I want to write. What is our file object? Out dot write. Write of new line. Whenever one line is written, immediately that has to come to next line. That's why plus backslash n. Understand this? Keep this entire code here. This is whatever code. First, what are the steps you did? First, you open a file in output mode. Next, you prepared your header line for the first line. Then you are writing header before for loop. Next onwards in the for loop, you have written actually your data results. Understand this technique? What is the file name we have given? Reports. Just see the execution of this one. And whenever you have written, once for loop is completed, close that file. If you don't close that file, still your program is expecting for new data. You cannot see the file. So once your work got completed, close that file. So here I am saying that out dot close. Your file object is out. You are closing that file. In beginning you opened, in last you closed it. Okay. Now check its execution. Done. Completed. Because we did not print any outputs. Okay, we have written that output into file. Where is our file? Let's see. I think it's my stuff, right? Reports. This is our file. Just check this file content. Same thing we are expecting or not. Whatever the data we've processed, the data is available now in file. The first line is header. This result has to be used by some other program, means from other program. Open this file in input mode. Understanding the point, sir? In this way, you can read data from file. You can write the results into file. For reading, R is the opening mode. For writing, W is the opening mode. Okay. Take directly the last example.